Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another VHS video. Today we're going to be talking about the prizes in VHS. They are the equivalent, basically, if you played Dead by Daylight, to the offerings. So they're going to be used in many different ways to give you more points during a match, to bring you to certain maps. They're going to be able to do some crazy things as well, spawn items in with you. Unlike Dead by Daylight, of course, I've went over in my other videos. If you haven't watched those yet, click the top right, wherever that is, and maybe in the description as well, or just go to my channel and search up VHS and you'll find my videos. But you don't spawn in VHS with items. So instead of in Dead by Daylight where you would spawn in with an item like a flashlight and then you'd also put in an offering as well, this game, VHS, just combines both of those mechanics together, so you can spawn in with items through the offering system, which is prizes. So you can either choose the map or bring in an item, or many more different features as well. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going over all the different things we know about prizes so far, besides just bringing in items and spawning you into different maps. So if you enjoy this video, leave a like, leave a dislike if you want, subscribe, and let's hop right into it. So let's start off with some of the basic prizes that we got in the game. So we got this VHS membership here. It's called the VHS Club Card. As you can see on screen, it adds 25% additional points to all players' scores in all categories. And I'm guessing points as in your Flux, which is equivalent to the blood point system. Until beta is actually out, I'm going to keep comparing things to Dead by Daylight, even though this game is so different from Dead by Daylight, but it's just a familiar point, just in case I'd say it gives you Flux and people are like, what the heck is Flux? Well, Flux are the equivalent to blood points, basically. They're going to be used to level up your characters. There's more prizes like this one, such as the feature creatures. This one here adds 50% additional points to your score in the fight and onslaught category. I think the fight category is what the teens have, and then the onslaught is for the monster. And we don't know exactly how many categories of points you score in this game. I know in Dead by Daylight there's like 4 for each team. There's like deviousness, altruism, survival, etc. But yeah, for this one, they just combine them into one prize here. So the feature creatures prize here, you can bring on both sides instead of having a duplicate version of it on the teen side versus the monster side. And it'll either give you 50% more in the fight category if you're a teen, 50% more in the onslaught category if you're a monster. Again, here we have another Flux offering or point offering. This one is feature action, adds 50% additional points your score in the co-op or torment category. Co-op for the teen, torment for the monster. The Clash Cola prize here allows you to spawn in with a pop can. Clash Colas are used in chases to escape the monster very quickly. It's like basically a sprint burst. You can also find these in vending machines around the map. But spawning in with one, that's actually pretty good. And you can also hold these while also holding a weapon at the same time. The Noisemaker Stash here is used to spawn in a noisemaker onto the map just randomly. It could be in a trash can. Don't exactly know if it shows you where it's at, but all you know is there's one extra one somewhere on the map. And noisemakers are used. They're little robots you place on the ground, and when the monster runs by them, it shows the aura of the monster through walls and like gives you an alert. The walkie-talkie stash, again, like the other stash items, adds a walkie-talkie onto the map. The walkie-talkie can be toggled, and it's used to show all your friends or your teens' auras through the map, which is also just a really good item for solo players, since you'll need to know where all your teammates are. I think you get like 30 seconds of use on it or something, but once you hold it down, you see everybody through walls, and it also generates static, which I think is used either for the monster to find you quicker when you're using it, when you're toggling the item on, or it's used to like create noise so the monster doesn't know where you're at. But I'm pretty sure it's more used as a downside to using the walkie-talkie as a teen. But we're gonna have to wait for release to actually test that out. This one here, the foam sword, was revealed today. I actually guessed what it was, and then one of the devs actually posted it on the Discord after I guessed what it was correctly. But we can see it in this gameplay here. Kenzo uses it, and it spawned him away from the monster and next to a weapon station. So he began crafting a weapon very, very early on. Didn't even have to search for a weapon station. This one seems like a really good one. This one's kind of similar, except it doesn't spawn you next to a crafting station. It just spawns you away from the monster and with another teammate. A lot of these have very similar things to Dead by Daylight as well, where they kind of have an offering like this, where it spawns you with someone else. The equivalent to the foam sword that we just saw would be like as if there was an offering that spawned you on a generator, basically. But yeah, the movie popcorn spawns you away from the monster and with a teammate. This one is a super sick offering, the Black Magic. It's a rare offering that gives one of 4 random enchantments to the Book of the Dead hidden on the map. So basically, we see one of these random enchantments in gameplay that I'll show on screen here. The one we see isn't too interesting. It just revives the person, like the Book of the Dead would regularly do, except they have some extra health on top of it. So it's really good. Like, they're going to survive another hit. They won't go down instantly once they do go down, but I'm interested to see what the other 3 enchantments are. But it's kind of fun because it's like a RNG offering. But yeah, if you're a monster player and you see the black magic get played, you're going to want to probably protect the Book of the Dead if the teens have it. Again, kind of like Dead by Daylight, there are secret offerings. In this game, they're called hidden offerings. We know of some of these called plagues, but we also know of one that I don't have a picture of on screen, but it is called a mouse trap. And as you can see in the gameplay here, it actually spawns everybody in the match all together in one big dog pile. The monster spawns literally on top of the teens. It is kind of scary. I don't know how balanced that is, because the teens at the beginning of the match, as you know, have nothing to defend themselves. They can't loop, they can't do anything, they have to go craft weapons. So the monster spawning on top of the teens is kind of scary, and I'm scared to see how they're going to balance that, but it's probably a very rare offering and not going to be played a lot of matches. And speaking of hidden offerings, plagues. So I'll just read what Kyle posted here about plague offerings, or plague prizes. Oh no, I'm saying offerings. I gotta stop. I've said offerings so many times in this video, but you just won't know because I just cut them out. I literally have to stop. So plague prizes, they're available to only monsters. You can activate them during the match to give a bonus. There are 4 different ones. Plague of Agony, all prone teens lose life at 350% the normal rate for 11 seconds. Plague of Dread, all living teens are afflicted with the jammed status effect for 20 seconds, slowing crafting and healing speeds by 50%. Plague of Fury, gain 50% of your rage bar over 5 seconds. And the Plague of Power, which we actually have a picture of, all monster power cooldowns recover at 350% the normal rate for 12 seconds. All of these are available at the start of the match and are recharged by hitting teens. And here in the gameplay video, we can actually see the Plague of Power in action, sort of, not really, but every time he gets a hit on a teen, the number counter goes up. So I'm guessing at the end of it, 10 hits, that's when the Plague of Power will actually activate, and he'll have 12 seconds of cooldown recovery of 350%. So you actually have to build them up during the match, which is kind of interesting. You actually have to charge these up as time goes on, and I think they're going to be kind of interesting to play against, because I don't think the teens are going to know when you actually have it unless you see like your health bar draining by 350%, which we actually see in this gameplay here. At least I think we see it here, but everybody's health just seems to be going down fairly quickly. Yeah, there was a hidden prize at the beginning of this match, so I'm guessing it was the 350% bleed out timer thing, or the Plague of Agony. In some of these other screenshots, we have some other offerings that I can show, but we don't have like official descriptions for them, but I'm pretty sure we could just guess. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that these are what they do. So as for the horror and thriller icons here, I believe they're just like the creature and action ones, where they're other, like the gray ones would give you 50% more points in those respective categories. We don't know exactly what the categories would be yet, but I'm just guessing. I'm pretty sure those would give you extra flux in those categories. We also see a blue creature one here, which I'm guessing would give you 100% more in that category, or maybe 75%. And then we see some map offerings here as well. The hall pass seems like it would take you to the high school map. We've seen the room key here. It definitely takes you to the mansion map. And then the security card would probably take you to the lab. A couple other ones here for the monster. We got the Chompie Binge. It removes 2 Chompie bars from the map, so I'm guessing it doesn't just remove them from like trash cans and stuff. It probably removes 2 Chompie bar vending machines. There's also a Chompie bar prize here, which brings you into the match holding a Chompie bar, and a Chompie bar stash, which hides one on the map. But yeah, all the prizes seem to be pretty like obvious now that you look at them. If they have a little map icon with an X on them, they're a stash item, or if they have stash in the title, it'll hide that item somewhere on the map. If they don't have one of those, if it's just called like Clash Cola or Chompie Bar or Noisemaker, you'll spawn in with that item. As for the club cards and the feature action, feature creatures, feature horror, double feature action, all that stuff gives you extra points. And then the hall pass, key, and security card bring you into those respective maps. And then for the monster, instead of bringing you in holding a Chompie Bar, you take one away from the teens. Or you take away a Clash Cola, or whatever it might be. And lastly here, we got late fees, a common item. At the start of the match, the monster may wait 50% longer before they are forced to transform, and the time to transform is reduced by 50% as well. So this is a fun one, because I was always wondering, like, why do you only get 15 seconds at the start of the match as a monster to be disguised as a teen? But this one, you could just play one of these. They're common. You'll probably hoard a bunch of these, and you can just spawn in, wait as a monster for 50% longer. So that's about 22 seconds as a teen. So if you play late fees, you'll basically have 22.5 or 23 seconds to be disguised as a teen at the beginning of the match. Plenty of time for you to probably find someone else and surprise them by shape-shifting right in front of their face. So that one actually seems very fun to play. And I think that's it. I think I've covered all the ones we know so far. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. But yeah, prizes seem like an interesting mechanic. They seem to have some very powerful things like plagues, and then some just nice things that give you extra points, spawn you in with items, transport you to your favorite maps, and different things like that. I really like the idea of plagues because you have to work towards them, and they like seem super OP on paper, but working towards them is going to be the actual tough part. I really like the idea of plague prizes because you actually have to like work towards them, and then they give you a big powerful benefit at the end of that. As for the hidden prize, the mouse trap, that's what I'm most worried about, just because I mean it spawns you with all the teens. That's kind of crazy. I don't think he exactly capitalized on it during the match, and maybe it has some downsides that we don't know of yet, so I wouldn't get too worried about it. But just spawning on top of the teens is kind of scary. Basically a guaranteed hit at the beginning of the match before anyone can craft any item. But maybe it has a downside, we don't know yet. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this VHS video. Leave a like if you liked it, dislike it if you dislike it. Subscribe. I'm going to be covering so much VHS content in the future, just waiting for the beta to come out. I literally am dreaming about this game. I'm dreaming about it. But yeah, I've made so many thumbnails. I'm ready for VHS to come out. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I didn't miss anything either. I don't want to misinform you guys. But yeah, I'm just super looking forward to this game. It's making me reconsider my entire channel. It's a reaction channel here. If you like reactions, you can subscribe to it as well for that. But like, I'm going to be doing reactions on top of VHS content, so your sub feeds might get a little weird. I don't want to make a second channel though. This is a small enough channel as is. I know some people have said make a second channel for gaming, but I think I'm just going to keep it all here on one channel. Hopefully you guys can respect that. But yeah, VHS, I'm going to be making so much content. I'm thinking of doing a 24-hour stream when beta drops, but I don't know if I have it in me to do that. I think VHS can definitely keep me up for 24 hours. It's kept me up in the past, and it hasn't even been out yet. So anyways, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the prizes. Recommend any other videos you want me to make. I know this other content creator is making a ton of videos like this one, covering different things like the weapons and all that stuff. So I haven't seen a video on prizes yet, so I just wanted to make this one. But yeah, that's about it. I will see you guys in the next VHS video.